It's the Rise and Hive podcast with Leanne and Melissa. It's the Rise and Hive podcast with Leanne and Melissa.
Welcome to the Rise and Hive podcast.
With me, legendary Leanne,
And me, magnificent Melissa.
where connection, laughter, gratitude, and a few golden nuggets are always on the menu. And welcome to our midweek pick-up episode of Question of the Week, everybody's favourite.
Yeah,
So,
ours as
Melissa,
well.
so last week we talked all things hot drinks, tea and coffee. Do you like tea or do you like coffee? Are you a hot drink person? Do you like a hot chocolate? Do you like neither? Are you a tea in the morning, coffee in the afternoon, other way around? What are the streets say, Melissa? Everyone's got a view on tea and coffee.
They have. Do you know what? What was really exciting as well was we started getting in our voice note in the WhatsApp number. People were sending in little WhatsApp messages. So we're hoping
Producer Liam, Limitless Liam is going to come in,
and slice some of them into this
slice them
episode.
in. We don't know how that's going to work. We'll be honest. We're figuring out as we go. Our motto with the Rise and Hive podcast is everything is figure outable. And particularly when you're Limitless Liam and you have legendary Leanne and magnificent Melissa sending your voice notes of a morning going, I've got a job for you today, Liam. Limitless Liam, can you figure out how to do this? And he goes away and he figures it out. So
We've got faith that there's going to be some drop-ins of some little voice notes in here.
we
so
have
you
got
can
faith.
hear.
We'll be honest, we don't quite know how that'll work. But you know, it'll be a surprise for all of us.
Well,
when the episode's released, we'll be like, oh, that's what we've done. So
yes.
But we have listened to all of your voice notes. So we did say, I think I maybe need a point of clarity actually before we get into the juice of
Yes,
it.
absolutely. Good point.
We said that the WhatsApp number 07466 352 579. Is that right? Is that right? No, it's wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know. What did I don't even know what I said.
I'll be honest with you. What got me was I wasn't even listening at the numbers. I was like, she's learning it without the tune. What's happened? She's up leveling and hasn't told me.
I've been practicing on the stories, but I think I've got it wrong. So let me just say it again in my head. 07466 324 579. I think I said it wrong. I think I might have said 325. That'll be well.
I mean, we're not fact checking on this episode on the Rise and Hive podcast. However, we might want to get our number right.
We might want to get our WhatsApp number right. But we have tasked Limitless Liam with getting us a fancy jingle. But he did produce a 2-minute song.
It was very impressive.
It was a banger.
I loved the context of it, and it was about coming to our high. It was like I loved
it. Was great.
But it was 2 minutes. It was a song.
It was a song. It could have been played on the wireless. I was like, this might be a bit. This is not quite. I was like, it's great. I don't want to knock him, but I was like, it's not quite. We just maybe need a 10 to 20 second jingle with the number on. It's like the number is the bit that we need, and it was in such a fast way, and it was a different way to how we said it as well. So I was like, we won't remember this. But we have got our WhatsApp number where we're encouraging people to send us a voice note. We said it wasn't monitored, and by that what we mean is we won't be replying to people because it will become unwieldy. And what we don't want to do is for people to feel that we haven't got back to you. So we're just being clear at the outset. Because we do reply to all of our DMs and our comments. The only time that we wouldn't is if we somehow missed it, because we never intentionally not reply to anything. So with the WhatsApp voice notes, we won't be replying to them. So we just want to be upfront at the beginning.
Yes,
so absolutely. A point of clarity. But we do listen to them all.
Yeah, we do. And we're enjoying them very, very, very much.
Very much.
So we did have Cam come in, and she did remind us both of some of our tea, coffee drinking habits that she felt she needed reminders. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Oh, hello. So I have lots and lots to say about the tea and coffee question of the week. So first of all, I'm going to start with you, Melissa. So what you did mention about your tea drinking is how you like to double dunk. So you get your fruity teas or whatever, and then you will have them used about 15 times. with hot water, and then if you also remember, there was that one time where you left a scabby moldy tea bag and somebody came to use your desk and they thought it was mine, and I had to very, very quickly just tell them that no, it was not my scabby bag, it was your scabby bag. And as for you, Leanne, You didn't mention about your half a sweetener. Who has a bloody half a sweetener in with their coffee? Because I mean, I wouldn't like to try and like have the little pellets and try and split them in half. Obviously, I know you don't. You get the granulated stuff, but still, half a sweetener. It's very, very, very precise. I did not know that you preferred a Nescafe Gold blend though. I knew you liked it because I know that's what you've got, but I thought that you would have been, I don't know, preferring the whole bean. I prefer a whole bean. Yeah, and also one last thing about the coffee I have to say is that for my coffee, I have to have plenty of milk. Plenty of milk. Oh, I've forgotten something else as well. I told you there was loads that I was thinking about. Leanne, you are guilty of this as well. You burn the coffee. I don't care what you say. You reckon that it doesn't burn the coffee, but it does. It burns the coffee. So the way you have to make a cup of coffee properly is you put the coffee in, the sweetener in, if you have it, obviously, and then you put the milk, and then you put the hot water in so that it doesn't burn the coffee. But you go rogue, Leanne, and I know you do because I've seen you do it. You put the hot water in first. So there you go. That's my thought on question of the week.
Yes.
So, first with myself. So I drink flavoured tea of some description, green, whatever it is. This is a nice cameline. This is actually a sleep tea
It's
right now.
scented water is what it is, Melissa.
This is a sleep tea, but you're okay. I'm not going to fall asleep.
It
We're
smells
here.
nice, but it just tastes like scenty water. I can't get away with them. You love them and you keep trying. She tries to peddle them on me. She's like, I'm going to give you one of my special teas and you'll like it. And I'm like, I don't think I will, but you're so convincing about it. You could be the ambassador of the fruity teas.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the bin ambassador. You could be this fruity tea ambassador because you do such a great sales pitch on them.
Amazing.
You really do. You sell the dream and I can smell it. It's wafting up from the cup and I'm like, hello, la la. But then I have it and I'm like, it's just scented water. It lures you in with such a good, the scent really does lure you in.
Yeah.
But sorry, Cam was coming in about that.
I've evolved. So I use there's a little bit confession in the same sentence, but I now can just, that's got the tea bag just sat in it and it'll just brew. A lot of the boxes will say, oh, brew for 2 to 3 minutes, etc. Well, I was just building up to that. So I used to put the tea bag in, dip it in and take it back out. But I'd then recycle that tea bag.
But we're not made of money, are we?
I mean, I know. Hey, I tell you what it is. Some of them now, some of the ones that are like the really nice branded ones, which are very nice, you're talking like £7 a box.
Who's got £7 for a box of tea?
Come on. That's like
in this
ridiculous.
economy.
So yeah. I mean, you cannot beat an Aldi. These are an Aldi one, but you can't beat them. But some of the ones, they are elite. They are very good. But so I used to double dunk, basically. Double dip, double dunk, so that's what I was doing. So that used to really freak Cam out in the office because I would then have this tea bag that's just, I had a little dish that I used to put it in. And I would dunk it back in, where now I'm just like, leave the tea bag in. And actually, Ed would tell you what I do now is when I'm in the office and he goes to make me a drink, I just go, I'll just keep topping it up. And then I'll put I could have 2-3 tea bags in the bottom of the cup. I mean, it's quite gross, really, isn't it? It is. So, but she actually once there was these dried up tea bags that were underneath on the shelf underneath my desk. And someone came in to get something out of my drawer. And she had to make sure that she had to say to them
very clearly,
they're not mine. They are Melissa's, because I think she was worried that people would be judging the dried out scabby tea bags, because I sometimes would forget to put them in the bin. That's basically what I'm saying.
When you say sometimes, how big was the pile? Was it a mountain?
3. No. The bowl wasn't big enough for any more than that. Okay. So I'd probably go into the office, throw them in the bin, and then leave them there that time. The following week, throw them in the bin. So it was probably that rotation. I don't have that issue now because now I've gone.
Just keep them
I'm fully in. I'm there. I'm embracing all the flavours.
She's just topping them up.
Yeah,
topping them up. Well, Cam came at me. She did not know. She knew I was in a solid NGB. That's the Nescafe Gold blend. For those who didn't listen last week, she knows I am a diehard NGB, but she didn't know that I didn't prefer the bean. She thought I would have preferred. Now, she does like the Nescafe Gold blend because she comes to mine and drinks the Nescafe Gold blend. But she would prefer a real coffee should that be available to her. And I think she bought herself a fancy coffee machine.
She did. Yeah, I'll let you finish. And I've got some feedback
On the coffee.
on the coffee machine.
Well, the other thing she came at me about was, well, two things actually. She said, I burn the coffee. Now, it's a made up thing. It's a made up thing about the milking first. I remember somebody who I used to work with years ago brought the burned coffee granules. Like, if you use instant coffee, you need to put the milk in first, otherwise you burn the granules.
Burn the bean.
Burn the granules or burn the bean. And she was very insistent that this was the case. We did a taste test. I could not tell the difference. I've never been able to tell the difference. Cam is adamant that it is a thing. Now, when I'm making it for myself, I don't really care. I'll just put the water in for. I mix it up. Depends how I'm feeling. Yeah,
Hey, go freestyle, baby.
you only live once.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You do you.
I'm doing me. Thank you. But when I do it for other people, I'm fairly certain I do put the milk in first because I know people are a little bit like neurotic about it, for want of a better word. So she gave me grief for burning the bean, and then also the fact that I like half a sweetener in my coffee. And she was like, "Who's having half a sweetener?" I'm like, "Well, me." I'm like, I tried to cut down. Now I don't know why I tried to cut. I used to have one sweetener, and I tried to cut down. Now I don't know why, because like there's no health benefits or anything. It's not like I'm having like loads of sugar throughout the day, and I was like, I need to cut my sugar intake because sweetener has no calories in. But I was just like, oh, I think I was trying to wean myself off it. Now I can drink coffee without sweetener, but I just feel like half a sweetener. Now if I have a full sweetener, it's just too much. It's too much. Liam has about 4 in his. He only drinks like a cup of coffee once every 6 months or something like that. But he would have like 4 or 5 sweeteners in it. I'm like, oh my god, that's disgusting. If somebody does give me a full sweetener, I'm like, that is disgusting. I can't drink it. I think Cam has 2. I think she has 2 in hers. Oh no, does she have 1?
I think she has 1.
She has 1, yeah. I'm mixing her up with somebody else. She maybe previously had 2, but no, 2, no, thank you. 1 is too much. Now, she did say about those little, I do use the granules on the sweetener.
Well, I was just actually going to come to that question. Because I was thinking, how are you halving one of them sweeteners?
Well,
assuming you're using them.
I use the granules at home, but I do have a little Sweetex in my work bag or when I'm out in the wild, and you just get your nail and nip it. And it's not an exact science, I'll be honest. And then I just kind of sprinkle the powder around.
Oh well, I mean, everybody wants to just have remnants of
sweetener,
and white powder, just like what's been going on around here?
If there's a bin, I'll put it in the bin. But sometimes, because I kind of the other half tends to disintegrate. Now I do struggle with the Canderel ones, which are a bit more of a robust half. I do struggle with them with the nails, but the Sweetex, just a little in the middle with my nail, crumbles away perfect. But it's not me ideal method of dispensation on the sweetener. So
I mean, I'd say I don't have any sweetener in my tea or coffee, which I don't because I'm sweet enough. But we know that that's
because you're washing it down with 8 biscuits.
It's because of all the
all the sugar,
the sugar elsewhere that I'm getting. That's it's. But I don't like. I don't like it if I can taste it. Yeah,
a lot of people are funny about the taste of sugar. But what about Cam's coffee machine?
Oh well, so last year we went to Milan together, and I do enjoy a nice cup of coffee. And I was like, when I get home, I'm going to buy myself a nice coffee machine. So Cam was raving about her coffee machine. So when I got home, I was like, yes, I'm going to treat myself. So I messaged her and I said, can you tell me about this coffee machine? She sent me the link. How much do you think this coffee machine was, Leanne?
Knowing Cam, it will have been the best on the market. It'll have been the best that money could buy.
It was a Siemens one, if I remember correctly. I think it for what the price, I would want it to physically bring the coffee to me in bed. I would want it there, and I'd want it to clean up my cup. It was over £1,000.
Oh, blooming heck!
I was like,
someone's doing well, Camilla Horner.
Yes, well done. Get yourself in Brandon's corner, gorgeous. Get yourself there. But I was like, this wasn't the vibe I was
thinking like 100 quid.
Yeah, I was thinking, Anyway, I did a little bit of research and I found myself a little coffee machine that was on quite a good deal. It was on a Curry's deal. It was about 120, 130.
That seems more reasonable.
It was on a really, really good deal. And I thought, this is my first time having a coffee machine. I think this will be fine. And I did actually make her a cup at mine the other week.
You should not tell the difference.
She said it was a lovely cup of coffee. I was like, I didn't get the one that you recommended.
Although she does say that to me about me Nescafe Gold Blend.
Yeah, I was like, no. That was not what I was spending £1,000 on.
No, I can think of better things to spend £1,000 on. Like, I can't do the maths very quickly, but I was like 200 jars of Nescafe Gold Blend. A lifetime supply.
I like it. I like it. You are living your best life.
Living my best life.
I'll do very quickly, just have a little story I will share. It just was reminding me there when we're thinking about tea and coffee. My ex, used to, when he made a cup of coffee, it reminded me when you're talking about the burn and the bean, because he was adamant. I used to drink.
He was one of them.
So he got me believing about the bean being burned, because if I had a instant coffee, I would have that black.
Mm-hmm.
So I would then just pour the hot water in. He's like, what you do when you burn the bean? So he made me put a little bit of cold water in before, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And I think I probably could slightly taste the difference in it.
Could you? But were you just... Was it like the Emperor's New Clothes? Like everyone's telling you...
This is better.
Yeah, it's loads better.
Yeah,
No one can tell.
yeah.
I deem it to be a fallacy.
Yeah. Well, so they maybe there's some facts on this,
Well,
who knows?
maybe
Who
producer
knows?
Liam could come in with a fact check at the end on this.
Yeah. But he used to. So where my sink was, the kettle was right behind. It was like quite a thin sort of a thinner kitchen. And then when he would stir his coffee, he did this a couple of times. He would stir his coffee and then come behind and put the hot spoon on the back of my leg. I promise he wasn't doing this in an abusive sense. He thought it was funny. He thought it was like it's something you would do with your mates, isn't it?
And you're like, I'm not your mate.
And I'm like, oh, what is going on here? So, well, something that you don't want while you're standing washing up, and your partner is making the cuppa and stirring it and then putting the hot tea spoon on you.
That'd be a hard no, thank you, go in the bin.
Yeah, go in the bin, thank you. So I did have to remind him I wasn't his mate.
And then you put him in the bin. That's why she rest.
This is why she's single, guys.
Well, no, I think he deserves to be single with that behaviour.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's not cool, is it? But there we go.
But who else have we had come in on the voice notes? So we had Jenny come in on the voice notes. Now, the audio quality from Jenny's voice note, we don't know if you were actually recording it from a submarine, where you stepped out of the submarine for a moment into the water.
Maybe she did what we do.
Was she connected to something?
It was Bluetooth of some description.
It was a tough listen for us, and I don't think therefore it would be a very tough listen for our listeners. So we'll recap. Yeah. Jenny has a role where she stays in a hotel. She practically lives in hotels these days, but she is booking her hotels based on the quality of the coffee.
Jenny is fancy.
She is a fancy girl. She is a coffee girl, very much through and through. I can't remember, did she say about tea? I've forgotten now. It was
I can't remember, but I just remember thinking, oh, she's actually if she can get a coffee machine in our room.
Yes, she's real fancy.
She is very fancy. Well done, Jenny. We're here for it.
We are. And then she was quite shocked by the revelation of the NGB.
Oh, she had a teapot.
She did have it. Oh, yes.
She's got a teapot as well.
She was like Joe Marriott with her teapot.
Yes.
She was a big fan of the teapot, but really big fan of the coffee. And she also came back actually on previous Question of the Week about she's got a flight to New Zealand coming up. Is it a 28-hour flight?
Yes,
all my days.
Yes.
But she is going to use that time wisely to basically monitor people's footwear and toilet situation.
She's going to do a survey or something.
I'd like her to do a survey. Jenny,
thank you.
Thank you. You're doing the Lord's work out there, a public service. She's going to be monitoring the number of people without the shoes on, who's getting up, who's going to the toilet with socks on, shoes on, nothing on the feet. Yeah. She'll report back. Hopefully hopefully this will be reported back via voice note on the WhatsApp number, and the audio, she'll not record it from a submarine, fingers crossed. And we'll play it to you. So that was Jenny. And then we also had Jenna come in. Now, Jenna was all about the tea. She loves the tea. She can't bide coffee unless it's with cake.
Morning, ladies. I've just been listening to your Question of the Week, and interesting question, because I am very much a tea drinker. Hate coffee, drinking coffee, absolutely rank. But I actually love coffee in cake. So you would think, why do I like coffee and cake, like coffee and walnut cake, but I don't like drinking coffee? I love the smell, lovely. The actual drinking part, minging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Jenna, not a fan of the coffee at all.
She was not a fan of the coffee, but she likes coffee cake.
Yes.
So cannot stand coffee, but likes coffee cake.
Apparently this is a thing.
Well, it is, because my mum's the same. That made me think that. My mum is the same. She loves coffee sweets.
Oh, so does anyone like a coffee sweet other than Joyce?
Me.
Oh dear. Oh, revelation.
Hotel Chocolat do a superb. I think it's like a latte chocolate. It's white chocolate. Oh, Leanne, it is good.
Like,
It
don't
is
get us wrong.
very good.
I will eat one. I'll eat most things like chocolate relish,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be my first choice. Wouldn't be my first
Well, it
choice.
never used to be mine. But I've then, they do a good one. And Thornton's do a good coffee one as well. So, yes, my mum will eat coffee cake, coffee chocolate, but is not a lover of the coffee. And she does also say that she doesn't like garlic, and then I'll go to an Italian restaurant and eat garlic bread.
That's different. It's not the same.
Well, it's not the same, but you're already like, I'm like,
We're not here to judge.
Oh, never.
Just a little
Never.
bit. But Jenna also, well, she was a big fan of the tea, and she was quite specific about how she's brewing a tea.
Hello, it's Jenna again. Sorry, I have to come back in with the tea conversation. I've got a lot to say, and it just came into my mind right now. Tea, love. Tea bag has to have been stewed properly. But I do like quite a bit of milk. Now, that's a bit of a controversial statement. I do like a lot of milk in my tea. I don't like it like a builder's tea, but the tea bag does have to be done properly. That's another thing I need to mention.
Stewed. Well, not, stewed, but with plenty of milk.
Yeah.
Now, this Leanne O'Shea, she likes her tea. She's very, very strong, but with only a smidgen of milk. It takes all sorts, doesn't it? It takes
does.
all sorts. And then finally we had Sam come in. She likes any coffee. She is a do not talk to me unless I've had a coffee. She is
Oh,
just
yeah, she said bear with a sore head, I think.
yeah,
what she said.
she's just like, give me a coffee, don't talk to me if I
And
haven't
she
had
had
a
a
coffee.
very robust. She sent us a picture of her cup, her actual coffee cup as well.
Yes.
Was it like a Highland cow or something?
You know, we
maybe?
might need to
I know. We're sorry if we've got the wrong animal there, but it was a very robust coffee.
mug.
A mug, yes. And Anne did come in as well.
Yes.
Anne came in, and she does enjoy your tea, but I think she was very similar to Jo in the fact that she's not going out there and paying expensive prices for a cup of coffee.
She's not
cup of tea,
splashing the
sorry.
big bucks. Although I have seen Anne with a Costa matcha of a day, which I think will be a day you do. So Anne, I think you might be like me and have the double standards on the pricing. She's like, I'm not paying £4 for a tea,
Yeah.
but I'm sure those matches from Costa are about £4 or £5.
Yeah.
So Anne, do come back. I'm sure she will come in. Anne loves to come in with the voice note. Now, sadly, Anne, you came in on the Instagram audio. We're not sure if we can extract that rather than the WhatsApp audio about your tea preferences. So we can't chop this in. But next time, I'm sure you will come back about your Costa matcha because you were loving the Costa matchas.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll hear all about that.
Yeah.
But it turns out most people have a view. Some people are very clear about when they will have the tea at the point in the day. I've got one other thing I've just remembered actually. Danielle from work, she got hooked on the biscuit flavoured, like shortbread biscuits flavoured tea bags from Marks and Spencer's.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I've never tried them.
Now
so yes.
well,
I've never tried them because I think it's potentially one of those things that would be like, oh, I might like that too much.
so she was like you. She did a very good sales pitch on these tea bags. She was like, Leanne, they are delicious. They are delightful. And I was like, I don't understand. Are they shortbread? I want to say like they were shortbread flavoured tea bag. And I was like, I don't understand how this works. I'm confused about it all. But she was very clear that I would find them delicious. And she found them delicious. So one day I was in Marks and Spencer's and I thought, I'll buy her a box for the office. I'll treat her and with a packet of biscuits. Well, she was over the moon. She was convinced that I would like the tea bag too. And she was like, I'll make you one. So she presented me with this cup and it did smell delightful. And I thought it would have like a little bit of sweetness. And then I tasted it and I was like, I have been hoodwinked yet again by a delicious smelling tea. And basically I was like, it's just tea. That
But very
smells
sweet.
No, it just smelt of shortbread, but it didn't. It's like the fruit teas. They
Right,
smell
okay.
delicious, but then when you taste them, they don't taste them anything.
Yeah.
And there was one with a nice smell. I was like, she
Did
deserves.
she put milk in with it as well?
Yeah,
Ah, right, okay. Yes, you're making it like a cup of tea.
cup of tea. Yeah. And she was sat there. I was in a meeting when she presented me with it, and she sits opposite me, and I'm on a call. I have my headset on, and I'm taking a gulp of this, and she's like over the desk with the keenest face, looking all like she's gonna love it, and I'm like. And I was like, I don't mean to be ungrateful, but I was like, please don't give me another one of them. She was so sure. She couldn't comprehend that I wouldn't like it. She was just like, and I was like, it wasn't unpleasant, but I don't like tea. I think if I like tea, but I was like, I don't know. I just felt it was going to be something different to what it was. And it was just tea that smelt of shortbread, but didn't taste of shortbread. So it's basically all fur coat and no knickers. That's what I would describe your fruit tea as, and that shortbread tea, all fur coat, no knickers. Promising something,
Yeah,
but not delivering.
doesn't deliver.
Doesn't deliver.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that might conclude our feedback. Do we have any other feedback
Yeah,
to come in?
no, I think that's it. But I have remembered a little story, a little something. I'm not going to name anybody, but this was a few years ago in the office. You know, when you have your tea rounds and everybody, I'm not in a tea round.
Oh,
Well, I am.
I
I'm
want
in
no part of
I am
anyone
I am
making
in
me
a
a
tea
cup of
round with Ed, actually. That's not fair to say. And some days I'm better than others. Some days I'm like, just depending how busy I am when we're in the office, we take it in turns making each other tea and coffee. Well, he just gives me hot water.
Yeah.
And he goes between tea and coffee. But many years ago in the office, we did have somebody. Now, I love this person a bit. So if you ever listen, I love this person a bit. But he was caught making the teas and going between making tea and coffee and in between stirring.
I'm not going to be okay about this.
In between stirring. He licked the spoon.
Why? Why would you do this? This is
So-
unnecessary behaviour.
Basically because he was stirring a tea that had sugar in and then going to a cup of coffee and he thought he was then
I know
cleaning
what
the
I'll
spoon.
do. I'll just
lick the spoon. So when this was seen and found, it was like, no, you can't do that. So yeah.
absolutely not. I can't, like, oh my days.
So-
This, do you know what? I don't. I'm like, no, thank you. When people offer a tea or coffee in a,
Well, I did also have there's another work story as well many years ago where somebody announced that in their old job that there was somebody they didn't like, they used to spit in the tea. So I never accepted another cup of tea if that person ever
I know,
came in.
I'm
I was
all
like, I'm okay for that.
I'm
thank
all right,
you.
thank you.
I was like, no,
I reckon
no,
they
no,
said that to make sure that they've got out of the tea round.
potentially.
Yeah.
No, but actually, yeah, good move.
Yeah,
Good
I've
move.
seen people's washing of cup. Like I keep my own cup and I'll wash my own cup and keep it on my person. I don't take the ones out of the cup. But I have seen how some people wash, and like, it's like when you're in an office, people lose the ability to like go on normally. If
Yes,
like
they do. I mean, we there was somebody who they don't work in the organisation anymore, but very senior. Used to just go in, take the kettle off the stand, leave it in the middle of the bench, wouldn't return it, leave the cupboard door open, and you would walk in and go, "Is this what you do in your own
to be fair,
home?"
I'm terrible for leaving the cupboard doors open. I always leave that. I'll go in the kitchen sometimes. I'm like, have I got 17 cupboard doors
Yeah,
open?
well, I do that sometimes, but I wouldn't then leave the room. I wouldn't leave the work kitchen with the door open, with the kettle not back on the stand.
No, yeah, I'm more
know.
conscious certainly in other environments, but yes, I think some people have variance. For some reason, when they walk into an office environment, like they lose all standards and what they're happy to give other people, they may not be happy for themselves. So I'm just like, I'm all right. And people, I'm a bit particular about how I like my coffee. Now I used to like mine quite milky, and now I don't. I like just a dribble of coffee, milk. Sorry, just a dribble of milk. I don't like too much milk. Whereas I used to like it very milky. Leanne Wilkinson, she likes like half a cup of milk in hers, and I'm like, oh no, thank you. And she tries to give me like that. I'm like, no, but I used to like it like that, but no, I like it hot and the optimum temperature
Well,
of a beverage.
I actually was just sitting thinking before we move on, Leanne, we did talk about this in our first ever episode, but it was like just part of the glory of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Optimum drinking temperature.
Yeah.
You have got it down to a T.
I think 11 minutes is the optimal drinking temperature of a cup of coffee for me. I like to make it, let it sit for 11 minutes, and then it's perfect. And then I like to drink it quickly while it's hot, but not so hot that it scorches me mouth, but a little bit burny.
Yeah.
Once it goes past, once it gets that tepid, how people can drink cold hot drinks, like hot drinks that were once hot and then gone cold. No, thank you. That's a hard no for me as well. I've been known to take a mouthful, and if it's gone past the point of optimal temperature, I'll spit it back in the cup because I'm like, it comes back out my mouth. I don't mean for it to happen, but it just does. Ideally, I'll be on my own when this happens and not in public. But if I am in public, I might be like in my mouth. I'm like, no, thank you. I just can't.
I haven't seen that, guys.
No,
I haven't.
well,
so she is capturing her tea at the optimal drinking
Yes.
temperature.
Absolutely. But anyway, are we ready for this week's question of the week?
We're always ready. Come on, Leanne, tell me.
So we're going to talk condiments, Melissa.
Oh, okay.
There might be a few parts to it, but the core question is, how are you storing your condiments? Now, are you a fridge girly or are you a cupboard girly on the condiments? And then I've got some follow-up questions about the condiments.
Oh, okay. Well, there's just a basic straight answer for me. I'm a fridge girly. Absolutely. That's tomato sauce. That's mayonnaise. That's jars that have been opened. They're going in the fridge.
Tell me more.
Because that's what the instructions tell
Oh,
you.
she's a rule follower.
That's the reality. There's part of us that's got a little rebel side in me. I absolutely have. But I am also a little bit of a like, oh, well, that's what it says. But for years, I never used to keep my tomato ketchup in the fridge. I used to keep it in the cupboard. Always did. And then for some reason, I can't remember why, but I did look and I was like, oh, you actually meant to keep this in the fridge. You know, some of my family think that that is well behaviour. And they're like, my sister actually says that my nephew doesn't like tomato sauce in my house because it's been in the fridge. But that is where you are meant to keep it. So, yeah, so I do now keep them all in the fridge. But that's surely going to be, once they're open, where it's going to keep them to their
Optimum.
freshness.
Freshness.
Keeping them fresh, keeping them healthy. So,
Keeping them healthy.
yeah. So I am a fridge girly all the way through.
Well,
Well, I know you said you had some follow-up questions. Tell me, what are you doing with your condiments here?
well, I've always kept them in the cupboard, and I have recently moved to the fridge. But that is not because it tells me to do so, or I prefer them out of the fridge, purely because my cupboards need a clear out. I could do with it.
We always hear you for the honesty, guys.
Yes. And then I thought, we've got an American size fridge freezer, and I rarely do any blooming shopping. So I never have food in. And I was like, I've got this massive fridge that's just 80% empty. And I thought, whereas me cupboard where I keep my tins and things like that, I do have little like little risers, I think you would call them, where you can like maximize your space. I am all about maximizing the storage space, but my cupboards have become a bit unwieldy, and they could do with a clear out and a sort out. And I have like herbs and things in baskets, but then there's been overspill, and I probably need a condense and a sort and a clear. And I had like tomatoes.
I'll be honest, Ian, I don't know how you're not figuring this
I know,
out. You've got all the time in the world.
I do have a lot of free time. I do. I know. Do you know what it is?
What are you doing with your free time, Leanne?
I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy. I'm just going to own it. I know. All I do, you know, I have lots of free time, and I just sit. I just like to sit.
Yeah.
I'm always watching the telly, Coronation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I knew you were a Coronation Street girl. I knew it.
Well, I used to enjoy some, but we got a new TV. Did we get it this Christmas or the Christmas before? But I've never actually switched it on.
No.
I've never the TV in the living room. I don't think I've ever switched it on. And I can't remember, did we buy it this Christmas or last? It might even be last Christmas.
I think it was last, because I think I would have known about it.
Yeah.
In our daily podcast.
That's how much I watch TV.
Yeah, I think it would have been the one before.
Dear me. But when I'm not watching Coronation Street, I'm certainly not cleaning my cupboards out. But yes, my cupboard situation was becoming like to the point where I could not open the door. I shut the door, sorry. So I thought, why am I not just keeping them in the fridge? So I moved it over to the fridge just purely for storage capacity. But follow-up questions.
Come on then.
What's your favourite condiment? Are you a condiment person? Some people are big condiment people. Some people like things wet. Other people, dry as the desert. Liam is a dry as the desert man. He asked me this morning when I told him about question of the week. He said, is salt a condiment? I said, no, it's a seasoning. And he said, are you sure? And I said, no, but maybe you could fact check it. And so if I've got this wrong, he'll probably be coming at the end with the facts around salt being a condiment. But I don't believe it to be a condiment. He is not too keen on the wetness on the dish.
That's just reminded me the other night when I said to Christopher about making him something to eat. And he said he didn't want anything warm and wet on his plate because of how warm it was. And I was like, this is a new thing. I don't want anything warm and wet on my plate. Okay.
Fair.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So I am a bit of I do enjoy sometimes if I've got a salad, putting things on that. I mean, I have to say I do love full fat mayonnaise, but it is a luxury that I very, very rarely have. It would be if you go into a restaurant and they've got it, I'll let myself have a little bit on. It tastes so much better than the low fat, but I would never buy it. I would never buy the full fat one. It's just something a little bit more luxurious about the full fat one. Yes. So, but I do love a Nando's peri peri mayonnaise.
People are big Mayo lovers.
Sweet chili as well. The sweet chili sauce. I do enjoy a bit of sweet chili sauce.
You're a condiment girl.
I am, yeah.
You're a saucy girl.
What would your class as balsamic vinegar? said-
vinegar. I wouldn't
Because
class it.
Marks and Spencer's do a balsamic vinegar glaze. Oh,
No, I'd
is-
be here for that.
It is superb. It's very good. Like putting it on your salads, on your dishes.
Mm.
It's very good because it's like a glaze. It's then got the thickness rather than a clean like a liquid.
I'd be here for that. I'd be here for that. But yes, some people are big condiment people. Now, I do like a condiment, but I'm very fussy about my condiments. So anything white coloured, dirty.
And I forgot about this about you. That's
So,
why you pulled a face when I,
I did
said mayonnaise. I
Mayonnaise,
saw you judging me. I
Ah,
saw it in your eyes.
disgusting.
And I was like, why is she judging me?
Because it's horrible.
I was going to talk it through with you in
I
my
don't want
podcast
any-
tomorrow.
No, thank you. I want no part of mayonnaise. Oh God, mayonnaise, salad cream, coleslaw, like absolutely disgusting. Anything like that. I know these don't strictly form in like, oh, what like those the garlic. People love a garlic and herb dip and things like that. No, thank you. Keep your white sauces to yourself. I don't want any part of them. Now, barbecue sauce. Thank you. Hello, I'll take barbecue sauce. Don't mind a bit of tomato sauce. Don't mind a bit of sweet chili. But I'm not an overly saucy person. I don't like too much sauce. But people are big saucy people. Now, I forget about the sauces. So on Boxing Day, I can't remember what it was, but I'd laid on some kind of buffet thing of like, I might have made gammon or something like that for other bit. Now, because I don't eat it, I just don't think. I'm like, what do I serve this with? And Michael, Leanne's husband, was like, Leanne, where's the condiments? Where's the condiments? Now, he's a big condiment, but I'm like, oh, what do you want? And I'm like, I've got tomato sauce. But he was like, have you got any hot sauce? Hot sauce. But I do have sriracha in the cupboard, but I wouldn't have it. I tend to add it to things that's a bit too spicy on its own for me because I've got like a baby palate. But yeah, I was like, oh God, I don't have the range of condiments for people because Liam's not a condiment person and I only really like a barbecue sauce. So I do keep things in. I do have some Mayo in the fridge, but it's probably been in my fridge about a year and I may kill you if you have it. Not physically kill you, but it may kill you, not me personally trying to kill you. But then I buy condiments for people coming round and then they don't eat the condiments. And I'm like, well, how long would I keep this Heinz garlic mayo that I bought for somebody? My dad loves mayo. I think I bought him some garlic mayo once and he ate half of it was only a small one, but he ate half of it in one meal. I was like, that's a significant amount of mayonnaise for one man to eat. He was like, this is delicious. And I'm like, well, eat the full thing because it's coming home with you because it's not staying in my fridge. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the white condiments.
Oh, and you know what? Well, you wouldn't have a chicken kebab. If I was
wouldn't.
getting a chicken kebab from a takeaway, that would be the garlic sauce from
People
a takeaway.
go wild for it.
Oh, garlic sauce from a takeaway is
They go wild
unreal.
for
It's
it.
elite.
Yeah, I think it's a
Oh.
bit like the butter. I think it's a mental block. Maybe I need some kind of intervention about these things.
Yeah.
But I think when I have a little bit, sometimes I do have like a bit of garlic mayo dip. And if I was to not think about it, I don't mind it. But it's just the mental visualness of the whiteness of the sauce. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. White creamy sauces. Well, not creamy, like just white,
Yeah.
dirty sauces. I want no part of. But
She
folk love
thinks
them.
they're dirty.
They're dirty.
Dirty.
But people love them. People absolutely.
I think they'll be.
Mayo, I think Mayo might be I don't know the stats on this. Maybe Liam can come in and give us some stats about like what's the best selling condiment in the UK. And I think Mayo might be up there.
I think, yeah, if Liam doesn't get them facts, Ed'll come in. He loves a good fact
Ed
around food,
does
doesn't
enjoy
he?
coming in. He likes to comment on.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. So, yeah. There we go.
So we want to know all things condiments. So first of all, tell us, where are you storing your condiments? Are you in the fridge or are you in the cupboard? Or are you putting them somewhere else? Is there a third location unknown to any of us? Like, are we missing a trick somewhere on the condiments?
I'm very intrigued by that
We'd
one.
love to know.
Yeah.
Also, tell us about your favourite condiments. I'm sure you'll have a view. Are you a dirty Mayo lover like Melissa? Or are you a barbecue loving babe like me? What is it? What other condiments? Are there condiments out there that we don't know about? What else has Marks and Spencer's got going on? Might we have missed? Do we need to do some taste tests? We would love to hear from you. All things condiments. So you can get in touch. You can email us, join us at theriseandhive.com. You can follow us on Instagram at The Rise and Hive Podcast. You can comment on wherever you listen to your podcast. Don't forget to follow. Can they get in touch with us any other way? Via the WhatsApp?
Yes, via the WhatsApp. Yeah.
Might we sing it to them?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
07466 324 579.
I have to say, when I listened to the episode the other day, you've actually got an all right voice.
Oh, I've been practicing.
I think that
Am I
At least
destined for
Leanne-
the stage?
Yeah, oh, yeah. We're absolutely destined for the stage. Yeah. At least Leanne's tone is knocking out mine a little bit, so I can only
I
apologise.
think she might be, you may have become just a bit like when you've been kidnapped and you become, what's the word when you start loving your kidnapper?
Oh,
I
yes.
think that might have been what's happened here. I think you've just maybe become
been spending
acclimatized.
so much time with you.
Yeah.
Leanne's voice is
Yeah, I think
beautiful,
you've become
beautiful.
acclimatized to it rather than it actually being the voice of an angel.
What I'm saying is I think it's better than mine.
Well, I think we're both on
But
an equal
I'm
path.
owning it. You can't be
Yeah.
good at everything, guys.
We cannot be good at everything.
We can't.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
But right, well, that concludes another I'll put my teeth in and we'll say that again. That concludes another episode of Question of the Week.
So have a fabulous rest of the week, guys.
And lots
of love.
It's the